welcome to ThaiPBS English News Service. I'm Subhajang Punsawan. Deputy Prime Minister Kittirat Naramnong's remarks at a seminar last night about telling white lies pertaining to the Thai export figure has caused much controversy over whether it is appropriate for a high-ranking government official to make such a comment in public, which could affect local and foreigners' confidence in Thailand.
At a seminar last night, Kittirat Naramnong, Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister, was recorded on camera addressing the audience, saying, in the role of the Finance Minister, it is allowed to say some things which are untrue, or white lies as it is called in English. He was responding to much speculation over the Thai export growth target, which the government set at 15%, conceding that he realized that it was not going to be met, but honored the target anyway to boost public confidence. According to a legal definition, white lie refers to a non-severe, well-intentioned and diplomatic untruth. Generally, the use of a white lie is an act to avoid confrontation that might arise from telling the truth. However, after it was discovered that the finance minister avoided telling the truth to build confidence, criticism emerged about the appropriateness and whether this white lie could in fact damage the confidence people have in the country and its leadership. Amma Sayamwala, honorary economist at the Thailand Development Research Institute, or TDRI, said that a white lie is used for telling a minor untruth. But if it comes from a high-ranking government official, like a Minister of Finance, reliability and trust can be broken. He said that politicians and government employees should not lie. They must speak the truth and put words into action, because investors and the public do not care what the government says, but what the government does. Similarly, Thirathai Phuwana Naranuban, the immediate preceding finance minister, mentioned a situation that occurred around 1996 and 1997, where the Bank of Thailand used foreign reserves to intervene in the exchange rate market, but did not register the transaction in its accounts, hence committing technical fraud. The Bank of Thailand took a long time to regain trust. Thirathai said that Kittirat's belief that a white lie is acceptable from a senior official might have the same result. Thirapat Seri Rangsan, a political scientist at Sukhothai Thamathira University, is of the opinion that the politicians can use the strategy on certain occasions, but not when it comes to building confidence in the country. He said that there are no white lies, but only black lies, and that a good politician in a democratic society should not speak untruths. Meanwhile, Warawan Tharapum, former president of the Association of Investment Management Companies, who once worked closely with Kittirat, said that the Deputy Prime Minister is a bold person who dares to think and put his thoughts to action for results in the future, but many times he has upset people. As the head of the government's economic team, he needs to be considerate and careful about his words, as failure to do so could have a large-scale impact. The attempt to reduce the effect on the Thai economy by setting a high growth targets might be done with good intention, but building confidence using the wrong method will damage public trust in the government.
The Bank of Thailand's inflation targeted framework has been described as ineffective by its chairman, Dr. Widapong Ramangkul. However, this comment has been widely criticized, questioning whether it is appropriate to intervene in monetary policy. Earlier, Dr. Rungtip Chonapalai spoke to Associate Professor Suganda Lewis from the Faculty of Economics at Chulalongkorn University, who believes that there should be more collaboration between the Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Thailand when considering Thailand's monetary policy.
Thailand become like Greece, because now we have the public debt around 42% for GDP.
When we look at the public debt of 42% per GDP, this is like when we think about what is, on the board. But there are many things that is not on the board. Okay, that is what we call this contingent liabilities, and it's in many places. We don't really know the numbers, and I feel that we should really see all these numbers. It should be transparent, and we should really put this into our consideration. And we can say that the level of public debt per GDP will be higher than 42%. In addition, we should not really look at only this year when we look at the budget, but we should really have something called the medium-term fiscal framework. So we can look into the next 5 years. What should we do? Okay, what should we invest? And that will give us a complete information.
And then that's also related to the collaboration between the BOT and the Ministry of Finance. How you think that they have been working together so far?
The Bank of Thailand is doing the monetary policy following inflation targeting framework. Okay, so this is a framework. But what is the target? It has to be dealt with by the two parties, and it has been done that way. The Bank of Thailand and the Ministry of Finance sit down every year to discuss about the target. If anyone wants to change the framework, this is not a small thing. You have to really carefully study, okay, and make up your mind that this is what we will go. You cannot change the framework every year. Okay, you have to really say, okay, we use this framework, it's better than the last one, and you have to have clear evidence that it's better.
Each minister will next week inform the public of how successful their implementation of government policies have been over the past 365 days. The opposition party, however, has slammed the government of failing in 6 different categories, as well as accusing fugitive former PM Thaksin Shinawatra of being the main cause. The Democrats' shadow cabinet today hosted a seminar to inform the public of their side of the story and how they believe the Yingluck Shinawatra government has failed in 6 major ways. Abhisit Wechachiwa claims the government failed to increase the cost of living, maintain the cost of agricultural products, create national reconciliation, solve the southern unrest, handle the floods properly, and solve the drought. The opposition points out that corruption and conflict of interest, specifically relating to how the government is helping former PM Thaksin Shinawatra come back to Thailand as an innocent man, are the main causes of the failures. However, the PM Secretariat, Suranan Wechachiwa, says a very big problem hindering the incumbent government's administration is the mess left by the previous Democrat-led government. Tomorrow, Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra will preside over a seminar entitled "The Government Meets the People and Investors for a Better Quality of Life." She will use tomorrow's platform to give her latest updates on the progress of government policies. Meanwhile, every minister will next week inform the public of how successful their implementation of the government policies have been over the past year. The illegal drug problems remain widespread. This morning, police seized 1.5 million amphetamine pills, which were hidden in Sai Mai district here in Bangkok. The raid involved a confrontation between the authorities and the drug dealers before the police shot a suspect dead. More than 1.5 million amphetamine pills, or yaba, have been seized by the police today from a house in Busarin village of Sai Mai district. Authorities were able to apprehend Sitichai Klut Tiang, who admitted under questioning that he was being hired for 20,000 baht to collect the yaba from Patuikon market to keep at the house. The police revealed that they had been watching Suthi Suwanyu Siri, who was on the police's blacklist of major drug dealers, and knew that this morning the man would be picking up a large shipment of yaba from the northern region to be distributed to customers. After following Suthi to the house, the police identified themselves and asked to search the house, but Suthi attempted to escape and shots were fired by the police, killing the man. The police later said that Suthi was a major drug dealer who was on the authorities' wanted list. Suthi was also affiliated with the same network as Mu Pan Chod, a drug dealer in Khong Tui district who is now in jail in Nakhon Ratchasima province. Thai and Malaysian armed forces have agreed in principle to amend the Thai-Malaysia border agreement, which was initially aimed at jointly suppressing the now-defunct Communist Party of Malaya. A senior Thai army officer is hopeful that the amendments can eventually help resolve the violence in the Muslim-dominated southernmost provinces of Thailand. The Thai Armed Forces played a crucial role in the development and ultimate signing of the agreement at the ceremony on December the 2nd of 1989, ending a 4-decade-long armed struggle between the now-defunct Communist Party of Malaya, or CPM, and the Malaysian government. The Thai Armed Forces were also involved in negotiating pursuing Shin Ping and then CPM Secretary General to lay down their weapons. General Akanit Moonsawat chief of the Army's coordinating center with neighboring countries, who played a key role during the truce talks, said that under the Thai-Malaysia border agreement launched in 1965, the CBM was regarded as a common enemy to be jointly suppressed by Malaysia and Thailand. However, at present, the agreement primarily focuses on economic and development cooperation. The general insisted that both Malaysian and Thai armed forces agreed in principle to amend the agreement to include cooperation on security issues, encompassing commitments to suppress drugs trafficking, the trade in illegal weapons and explosives, trans-border criminal activities, armed movements creating violence, and online exchange of information that could harm the border economy. General Akanit expressed confidence that the amendments will be of mutual benefit because not only will it reduce violence in Thailand's 3 southernmost provinces, but it will also help Malaysia to suppress the insurgents who crossed the border to take refuge after creating trouble in Thailand.
The situation in the 3 provinces in the south are insurgency. Like this, we cannot develop the area, so it does mean effect to Malaysia also, so that we should to have the good cooperation between both countries for the both benefit of the both countries.
Since 1965, Thai and Malaysian armed forces have made 3 amendments to the agreement. The next meeting is scheduled to be in mid-September, held in Sadao district of Songkhla province. The integration of the ASEAN community has implications beyond purely business and trade. A dialogue about the region's religious diversity is needed so that the majority and minority religions can learn to live with each other in peace. Here's more from Touch Supor.
Dr. Imtiaz Joseph, professor of the Graduate School of Philosophy and Religion at Assumption University in Bangkok, pointed out that in ASEAN by 2015, the Muslim faith will followed by 42% of the region's people, 40% will be Buddhist, and the rest will be divided among Christianity and other religious minorities.
And most of the conflicts in Southeast Asia, in Malaysia, in Thailand, in Philippines are along between majority and minority. So we all have already been facing the problem of majority-minority. We have not solved it. So now the problem becomes even more important to address to as we become an ASEAN community in 2015.
At the 2-day seminar on religious pluralism at Assumption University of Bangkok, Dr. Imtiaz Joseph also added that most cases of violence in ASEAN countries are not caused by religious differences. They are more often over politics, ethnicity, history, culture, and language. All barriers are prevent people living together in harmony.
So we are becoming materialistically similar, but we are not becoming culturally, ethnic, religiously similar. There's no dialogue. So we are changing materialistically, but we have a big gap between material development and peace, of how to live in peace with each other.
Integration of religious diversity and languages could be the key to strengthening ASEAN's cultural development. This is reflected in ASEAN's 3 pillars of economics, politics, and socio-cultural development. Luisopor, Thai PBS.
Thank you, Thierry. 3 people died and 5 more were injured when a section of a bridge collapsed in northeastern China in the early hours of this morning.
The 100-meter section of the Yangmingtan Bridge over the Songhua River at Harbin City collapsed at around 5:30 a.m. local time, taking with it 4 passing trucks. Footage released by China Central Television showed the wreckage of the trucks and their cargo strewn across the road 30 meters below. According to CCTV, the 15.4-kilometer-long 8-lane bridge only opened to traffic in November 2011 and was designed to handle 9,800 vehicles per hour. China has experienced a number of construction accidents in recent years as the government rolls out giant infrastructure projects at breakneck speed. Hugh Adams, Thai PBS.
And for those of you looking for job opportunities for the English language reporter's position, if you're interested, please log on to our website for more information at www.thaipbs.or.th or send your resume to job@thaipbs.or.th. I'm Super John Glyn Sawan saying good night for now. See you again Monday. สวัสดีครับ